Heya, it's Civ, and today I'm gonna be doing another stupid rant. This time we're gonna be getting a little more meta, because this rant is about Vyond-Styled rants. And before we begin, I just want to remind y'all that this is my own opinion, and you don't have to agree with it. Just be mature about it and we're all good. Let me just move out of the way so we can begin. Vyond-Styled rants are probably some of the laziest shit I've ever seen. They're quite literally all the exact same template but with a few things changed. They always start out with, X thing? More like shitty attempt at an insulting nickname for X thing. More often than not, these attempts at insults are incredibly uncreative, clunky sounding, nonsensical, and sometimes even make the original name unrecognizable. After this, they always say, oh my god. This thing sucks. Then they never explain why they think the subject of the rant supposedly sucks. If they do explain, the reasons they give are always nonsensical and don't give any sort of elaboration. Characters going on quote-unquote failure adventures is not explaining. Reasons given for disliking characters are usually being a crybaby, being annoying, or something else the ranter pulled out of their ass, without explaining why. Very often, though, the characters or the media in its entirety are hated for doing what they're supposed to do, or for other trivial reasons. And I get that we can hate stuff for dumb reasons. Hell, as a kid, I disliked Marvin the Martian, my favorite Looney Tunes character, because I thought he looked funny. But some people literally hate characters or shows for teaching kids valuable lessons. I've seen people hating on Dora for teaching Spanish, which sounds kinda sus to me. I've also seen people completely misunderstanding the lessons characters teach. No, Bob the Builder isn't teaching kids to build stuff, he's teaching them to have a can-do attitude. After this, the ranters often talk about the characters eating shit, drinking piss, and going to school naked. This is not only clearly pulled out of their ass just to shit on the subject more, but it's also juvenile, gross, and completely unnecessary and adds nothing to the rant. After dunking on the media, the ranter will mention someone who likes it and someone who doesn't. They often can't find actual people to do this with, so they just use characters instead, which I think is really stupid because it doesn't prove a point at all. They'll then compare the thing they hate to something they like, the latter of which often has nothing in common with the rant's subject. This is just a nitpick, but I think it would be better to compare with something that has stuff in common with the subject, like you're recommending a better alternative. That's all that happens in the most basic structure of a rant, but here are a few things I've noticed that also seem to be common. Sometimes, the subject is accused of being a rip-off of another piece of media that, more often than not, only shares slight similarities, and sometimes even came after the subject. Like yes, the thing you hate is a rip-off of another thing that came out multiple decades after it, and or only shares one thing in common. That makes total sense. I've also seen people throw around the term, having sex, in their rants when they're bashing characters. A lot of the time the characters are kids, which is really uncomfortable. No, a male character existing in a mostly female cast is not trying to fuck the girls. You're just a weirdo. There's also the pettiness of showing an image of a character being sad and mocking them for it. Genuinely, what the hell is the point of that? What use does it serve? Last but not least, I think it's really funny how worked up these people can get over such trivial shit. They'll straight up have their avatars rage with ear-bleeding sound quality. Like, Hakuna your tatas. It's just a piece of fiction, it's not that serious. Anyways, I think we're done here. I do hope I managed to explain my points well enough. If you guys want to add your own thoughts on these types of rants, feel free to do so in the comments. Just please keep discussions civil. This isn't a serious topic. But yeah, I think that wraps this video up. I promise I'll get the next Caillou and Julie video done as soon as I can, and I'm sorry for slacking. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys when it comes out. Bye.